Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Walker. I teach English. I'm here to talk to you about the consequences of the digital classroom. Now the good news is that adults have figured out the internet and we are going to use these tools that you interact with socially to help teach your classes. The bad news is that adults have figured out the internet and we are going to use the tools that you use socially to teach our classes. Sorry. Good news, the Wild West days of anybody post anything, put anything out there they want on the internet are starting to come to an end. So it's starting to become a safer place. The bad news is the Wild West days of posting whatever you want and putting anything you want out there are sadly coming to an end. But that's okay. I'm here to talk to you about consequences and being a good digital citizen. I'm sure you've noticed there's plenty of celebrities, maybe some politicians, athletes who have faced consequences for twittering, for doing the Instagram, for book facing the wrong stuff. And they have faced consequences not only in their employment, but as far as public opinion as well. So you may think, what does that have to do with me? Well, you are now, if you're putting anything on the internet, you are broadcasting to the world. And just like if you broadcasted something idiotic on the radio and people heard it, you would face consequences for that. You can face consequences for putting idiotic stuff out on the internet as well. So what does that have to do with the classroom? Well, your classroom is changing. You may notice that this year, but if not this year, you'll notice it pretty soon. Your classroom is no longer a place with 4 concrete walls and a few windows. It is now a place that is in session 24/7 and exists digitally everywhere. So if you, just like if you acted a fool or acted like an idiot in your class during your physical classroom, you would face consequences. You would have disrupted the learning process. Now you can still do that outside of class, at home, on the internet. If you act disruptive, do something that distracts, that keeps people from learning on the internet or digitally, you can also face consequences for that. I know you're thinking, Mr. Walker, we can't get in trouble for doing stuff at home. Well, you can. You're going to find out that you can if you decide to take that path. So what you're going to do in your class here pretty soon, you and your teacher are going to come up with the consequences for people who can't act in a responsible way. Now you may think, oh, this stinks. Consequences? I don't want consequences. Well, here's the good thing. It's going to make you a better person. You're going to be a more responsible person. And people will want to work with you, want to collaborate with you, and you'll have much success in the future if you can learn to be a good digital citizen. Because just like anything that's on the internet, it's out there in the future.